guys, welcome back. Sorry I haven't filmed in a while. I was sick, thought I was better, got sick again. Still not feeling the greatest. I still have a cough that's lingering and it's driving me crazy. I'm ready just to feel 100% better. But I'm definitely missing getting in front of the camera and just kind of doing my thing. First of all, thank you to all my new subscribers. I am super excited. So my name is Ashley. I went to cosmetology school. I'm obsessed with makeup. I just want everybody to feel confident and feel comfortable in their own skin. So thank you for subscribing, and then once I reach my 100 subscribers, we will do that giveaway. Thank you, Anne, for letting people know about me the other night in your live video. That was really awesome and really sweet of you, so I truly appreciate it. So I've already primed my face. I use the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothing Primer. This is my absolute favorite primer right now. And then I go back over that with the Makeup Forever Step 1. This is the Skin Equalizer one, because I know that they have several Step 1s. But I use the Skin Equalizer one because it does help minimize my pores in my T-zone area, and that's what I really like about it. I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape. This is one of my favorite concealers. And I also use it to prime my lids for my eyeshadow. So then on my damp beauty sponge, I'm going to take a little bit of MAC Fix Plus and just spray the side that I'm going to use to blend that out. It does help pick up any excess that I might have. It also has the glycerin in it to where it keeps it from creasing. So I like to spray my beauty blender before I go in. It is already damp. It just kind of gives it a little bit more. So we're just going to go in and we're going to blend that out. You don't want to rub, you want to pat, and you want to go back and forth. You don't want to go in just one direction, because then it's just going to settle in that one direction. But if you're going back and forth, it kind of helps get it in all those little areas, all those little creases under our eye. So for foundation, I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Compact. It's a solid, but when you use the brush and you swirl it around in there, it turns into a liquid. And it's like a medium coverage, and it is buildable. I'm just going to set my face with the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. And this is in the shade number 3. I'm going to use my z-pallet. This has got the Anastasia Beverly Hills single eyeshadows in it. So on a big fluffy brush, I'm going to take the color Birkin, which is like a brown color. And we're just going to dust that all over. I'm going from inner corner to outer corner. This is going to be our transition shade. And I am putting it on my lid a little bit because it's really not going to matter when we go back in with our other colors. Now I'm going to pick up the color Caramel, which is just another brown. It's just not as light. And we're not going to take it as high as we did the other one. The clean, fluffy brush, I'm just going to go back over those two shades just to make sure that they're blended together. And we don't have any harsh lines in between those two colors. Alright, so then on a Morphe M433 brush, I am just going to take the color Sienna. It's kind of like a reddish brown color, and then put a little bit on there, and then put it on the outer portion, and then we're just going to slowly start working that into our crease. It's kind of like a fluffy brush, and then it's kind of like a definer brush at the same time. And then I'm just going to take this Real Techniques brush. It's just a big fluffy brush. And then I'm just going to go over all of this. There's nothing on this brush. It's just a clean brush, because you don't want any harsh lines. So going back over it with just a clean brush just helps blend it all together. So then on a very small precision brush, pretty much, this is the Morphe E18 brush, I am going to take Rich Velvet, which is like this reddish color with some shimmer flakes in it, but it's not real shimmery. And I'm just going to pick some of that up, definitely tap off the excess, and this is going to be on the outer corner. Then taking that same Morphe M433 brush that has no additional product on it, I'm just going to run it through the crease, and I'm not going to take it high at all. When you do a smoky eye, you're always going to hit that point that is the ugly point in the smoky eye. Don't give up. Keep going. Blend, blend, blend. That's the key to keep from looking like you've got punched in the eye or you have raccoon eyes or anything like that. You just want to keep going. Don't stop or get frustrated. It can be overwhelming whenever you see like, oh my gosh, this is looking really terrible. But just keep going. Don't give up. Don't get frustrated. If anything, you can always go wash it off and do it again. I'm like struggling with if I want to do purple or if I want to do a red. It's Valentine's Day, so you could either use a purple or a red, honestly, for Valentine's Day, and it's gonna look good. So maybe I'll do one color now, and then I will do another look and film the other color. So I think I'm going to go with purple today. I am going to use the purple crayon, and then I have a very pretty purple eyeshadow. I really want to go to my Jaclyn Hill palette and use that purple, but I have used that palette in almost every video that I've uploaded, and it is my go-to palette, so I am trying to be more creative and not use that palette. I'm either going through it or I have a look in mind and I'm like going through the palettes trying to figure out what palette would be best to use, but I always find myself going back to my Jaclyn Hill palette. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I bought it the day that it was released. I was on their website waiting and waiting and waiting, and it finally came out, and I put it in my cart, and I was super excited because I love the Morphe palettes already. I had already had a couple, and then I also, when I saw the colors of that palette, I was just like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. So many different colors in there, so many different looks that you can create using that palette, and it's like literally one of my favorite palettes of all time. Like, look at all those colors. It's so pretty. So I'm really fighting not to come in with this purple right here. Trouble. I think it's because I'm filming at night, and I usually film during the day, so I usually have sunlight coming in. And I don't have that, so I have just lights. That's all I got. But I find myself reaching for that palette. It doesn't go in my makeup box. It sits literally on my vanity because I know I'm going to use it. And then the other day I did a look using this green. Holy cow. Like, I totally should have filmed that because it was great. I loved it. So, I do have, every time I film, I swear my dog knows it and wants to bark. It drives me crazy. But instead of using the Jaclyn Hill palette, I am going to use my Anastasia palette. And I really have a pretty purple from them. And then I also have that teal color, kind of-ish, to take this Sephora crown. And it is in purple. So, this is... Okay. It's in the number 14, and it's called Violet. They're super creamy, super rich, and they are waterproof. So you have to be kind of quick when you use them if you are planning on moving them around a lot. You have to be fast because they do dry, and when they dry, they're not going anywhere. Inner corner, and bring it over to where we put that rich velvet color. Without stabbing myself in the eye. Like, that's such a pretty purple. Do you see that? It's like, holy cow, in your face. Let me zoom you in. Get that light out of my eyes so I can see. So then the closer I get towards the outer portion, I'm going to go very light-handed. Because I don't want to cover up that rich velvet color that we put down. But I also am going to go back in and touch it up. And holy crap, look at my eyes. Let's get this one done so I look even. Moda brush. It doesn't have anything on it. It's just kind of a fluffy brush. And I'm just kind of going to wiggle it back and forth up here at the top. So you can kind of see where it kind of blends up into those browns that we put on. So this is just a Wet n Wild. It's flat. I mean, I think it's a concealer brush, but I don't use it for concealer. So, and then I'm just going to take some MAC Fix Plus and spray it. And then I'm going to go in with Enchanted, and this is a very pretty purple. I'm just dabbing because I do not want a lot of fallout on my face, and that's kind of the point in wetting the brush also, is it does help with the fallout. And you can just see how rich it made that purple and how electrifying it is. I've never used this purple by Anastasia, and I really like it. It's very pigmented, but we also have that purple that's underneath there, and then we've also wet our brush. So going back in with that same Morphe E18 brush, we are going to pick up some more Rich Velvet and a little bit of Hot Chocolate, which is just a very dark brown, but it does kind of have some red undertones to it, or actually some purplish undertones to it. So I'm going to pick up those two colors and tap off the excess, and we're just going to dab that back on the outer corner, because you kind of lose that whenever we put that purple in. I don't even know if this is dark enough. I don't think it is. So, let's blend that out. I really need a black to go on the outer corner. This is the Makeup Geek black, and this is in Corrupt. So on that same E18 brush, we are just going to pick that up and put that on the outer corner. You need something dark enough to cover that purple on the outer corner where we kind of took that pencil all the way. And I really didn't take it all the way. I took it close to that color, but when you start blending, it does start moving a little bit. So you want something that's going to cover it. And basically black is about the only color that's going to cover it, because it's such a rich purple. And Makeup Geek eyeshadows are just as good. I love them. So I'm going back in with that same Moda brush, and I'm just kind of blending that black out. So what I do is I swirl in the black area, and then I drag it to where I'm not just dragging, because you kind of want to swirl it around just a little bit. Make sure it's dispersed evenly, and then you want to drag. A Sephora brush. It's from their Pro collection, and it's a precision smudge brush, but it's super tiny at the end, and it's pointed also. I don't know if you can see it. So I always take this brush and I'll go back. We are going to start with Birkin, which is the first color that we used. And I just take it and I tap off the excess, and then we're just going to start. You want to keep it as close to the lash line as possible. So once you have that one down, we're going to go back in with caramel, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm just running it along the lash line. I know it's kind of a bad angle. And then going over it with the sienna color. So I am going to take this Ulta Beauty, it says it's a crease brush, but that's kind of small for a crease brush. It's really pretty though. It's pink, which is my favorite color. So then I just kind of go over them and blend them all together. Rich Velvet and the Hot Chocolate, I take a flat definer brush. And this is the Morphe M432 brush. So just picking up that Rich Velvet on this brush, tapping off the excess. This one I'm going to get as close to the lash line as I can. I hope that you guys can see it and my hand is not in the way. Okay, so that was Rich Velvet. Now I'm going to take Hot Chocolate and do the exact same thing. And sometimes my eyes start to water at this point, but you just kind of got to push through it. So then I'm going to take that same brush that we used to apply the first 3 shades, and I'm just going to run over this and blend them all together. You can really smoke out your lower lash line by bringing it further down. It's completely up to you. Back over it with the black that we used by Makeup Geek, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take that on the flat definer brush. And I only go about halfway with the black because I don't want it to be too overwhelming. going to take the color Kitten, which this was in their holiday kit. This didn't come in a big one. It came in, I think you got, let's see, how many do I have? 2, 3, 4, 5. It was a 6. Okay, so it's a 6-pack, and it had different colors in it. And this one came in there. That's why it's so little compared to the other ones. And I'm just going to take this and literally put it like right in the center to where it kind of adds a little pop of color. And I'm just going to take that on that brush because sometimes these wands are a little bit unpredictable and it may not go exactly where I want it. The only thing about these Tarte, or the Stilas that I don't like is the fact that they really don't stay on all day. Honestly, I have not had one that has legit stayed on all day long, where at the end of the day, I'm super impressed and like, wow, that actually stayed on. I have not had that moment yet. I don't know if there is a tip, something I'm doing wrong. I don't know, but it's kind of frustrating. So if you have a tip or a trick or something that can make these stay on all day and not flake off or peel off or anything like that, please let me know down below, because it's kind of frustrating because I love them. I love the colors of them, but I can't get it to stay on all day. So it's frustrating. So now that we have that on, we're going to go back and do the same thing to the other eye. Like right in the center. That in there. And then put that over that. I mean, that's so pretty. It kind of, I don't know if I would do that again. I really don't like that. Honestly, I really don't. So that's got to go. Okay, that's a little bit better. Yeah, I don't know if I should have done that. I almost feel like I kind of ruined it. But good thing is it's makeup and it's always fixable. So, taking that same brush that we put the purple on to begin with, I'm going to re-wet my brush, and I'm just going to go back over that with that purple, because I'm really not liking how that turned out. But that's why it's the joy of makeup, is because if you make a mistake like that, you can always fix it. There's always a solution. Shroom by MAC in my inner corner. It's a super white, but it's so pretty, and it's a very pretty inner corner highlight. So I'm just going to put that on that brush, and then we're just going to do our inner corner highlight with this. NARS Larger Than Life eyeliner. It's just a very creamy color. It's not white. It's just like a cream color. And put that in the waterline. So I'm going to fill in my brows with my Anastasia Brow Wiz real fast. Now that I have my brows done, I'm just going to take that same shroom color and I'm going to put that as my brow bone highlight. Bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer. And this is in the color Tantric. I love how big this palette is. It's not very deep, but I definitely love this bronzer. Morphe 527 brush. And I'm just going to dust that along kind of like my cheek area. I don't do a lot of contouring, but I kind of do contour. So just bronzing my forehead, down the cheek. For blush, I'm going to go in with NARS The One. So for my blush, I'm going to go right above where I bronzed. So just kind of stamping it at first. I know, everybody makes funny faces when they do their blush. It's customizable to you, and that is why I love makeup. So for highlighter, I'm going to take the Kevyn Aucoin Neo Limelight. And these are really cool. It came in a 3-pack. Like a brown that fades to like a pink, and then it fades to a white. Then you have a purple that fades to a white. And then you just have a white one. Like, and it's got so many different shimmer flecks in it that, I mean, it's kind of blinding whenever I'm showing you on camera. Let's see, let's point that light away. So you can see it's kind of got like some different colors in it, and it's whenever you move it around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this color and this one. So I'm going to take the purple one and then just the plain color, and then I'm going to mix those two together to make my highlighter. So the purple one is in Ibiza, and then the other one is in Matte to Glow. Lighter one, when you run your brush across it, you get a ton on your brush. The purple one, not so much. And hold on now. Wow. Do you see how intense that highlighter is? Holy cow. But it's so freaking pretty. I coated my lashes with some mascara. I used my CoverGirl Professional mascara. I absolutely love it. And now just for lips, I'm going to go in with this Stila. This was also another holiday edition. It came in this, and it has several different ones. As you can tell, I've used quite a few of them. And this is in the color Patina. And I really like that color. It's such a nude pink color that just goes with what we have going on. Truly enjoyed making this video. As you see, I have made a few mistakes when I did it, but don't let it discourage you if you make a mistake. Please just keep going. Don't give up. Try something different. I mean, you saw me put that color on there and I did not like it at all. So you instantly almost start to panic, but then you're like, no, wait, you can fix it. So just don't give up on yourself. You can do it. To all my new subscribers, it means a lot to me. And thank you, Anne, for helping me get my channel out there. And I truly appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. And I will see you in my next video. And until then, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Once I get 100 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway with my mom, Stephanie D. If you haven't already, please go check her out. She's awesome. So until my next video, I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys.